Hey guys, it's John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you're all doing well. This video is very exciting for me because this week my new band or project called GhostHour released our first EP, Mutual Disorder. It's an EP consisting of 4 tracks and we worked on those tracks for months, so we're really proud of how it turned out. I'm so glad that it's finally out and I hope you guys will enjoy it too. You can listen to the EP on all the major platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and you can also download the high quality audio files from Bandcamp. All the important links will be in the description below. I hope you guys give it a listen and let me know what you think. So the project is basically 2 guys, me and the singer Sven, who is a very talented dude. I'm super proud of what he has achieved on this EP. I just love what he did on these first few songs. And I'm also very happy about how the production turned out and of course the guitar tones. So what I'm going to do today is just go over all the guitar gear that was used to track these 4 songs. Let's simply start with the first song, Into the Void. And let's take a quick listen to a snippet of this song so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. Alright, so for that song I used one of my favorite guitars, which is my Ibanez M80M Meshuggah 8-string. You all know this thing if you watch the channel. It really is a unique beauty. 8 strings of course, a Lundgren M8 pickup, a 29.4-inch scale, which is of course great for those low notes, ash body, maple neck, a very simple and elegant but brutal design. It has all the essential ingredients for a great 8-string guitar tone basically. It sounds huge and it sounds very articulate and clear and also very ballsy. And I've also just really come to love single pickup guitars like this one. I just really like the simplicity of it and you know, sometimes less definitely is more. And I just also love the aesthetics of it. I use Elixir strings on all my guitars and this one is no exception. I'm using a set of 9s for the bottom 6 strings, a .52 for the low B flat because this guitar is tuned 1/2 step down, and a .70 bass string for the low F. The amp that I used for this song, as well as for 2 other songs on this EP, is my beloved Engel Fireball 100. I mean, what a great amp, one of my favorites for sure. It just never lets me down. It sounds huge, tight, yet organic, and it also sounds very balanced. It's also very moldable in a musical way, so you can really shape the tone to your liking with the equalizer. So you really can't go wrong with this amplifier for anything rock and metal. But the clean tones are also very nice. For some reason, this amplifier just works with any guitar you put into it, whether it's a 6-string, a 7-string, a baritone, an 8-string, or a 9-string. This thing does it all without the need of pedals. And as per usual in my studio, the amps that I used for this EP were being fed into my Red 7 amplification Amp Central reactive load, my favorite reactive load. It's just a wonderful device that I love a lot. It makes my amplifiers and IRs sound great. I just use it as a basic reactive load, but it also has things like stereo effects loop and built-in IR loading. So yeah, that's a great device. I highly recommend checking it out. And then for the cabinet part, I am using York Audio cabinets, also as per usual. My IRs of choice, you simply cannot go wrong with York Audio products. They sound great, and there's a great selection of cabinets on their website, and the feature sets are also quite nice. So those IRs also make my guitars and amplifiers sound awesome. And for this first song, I used the York 212 M65 cabinet on Mic Mix 01, which of course is a blend between a 57 and a 121 mic, my favorite mic combination. If you know me well, you'll know that I use those types of mixes very often on the channel as well. In the DAW, I'm not doing much when it comes to the post-processing. Sometimes when there's like a little lead guitar or an overdub or a clean part, I'll just use Helix Native by Line 6. What a great platform that is as well. I also use that for a bunch of post-processing on the vocals and synthesizers and stuff like that. And by the way, I also use that for all my bass tones always. I just love Helix Native a lot. And for me, it's basically the best amp modeling suite out there. As far as processing goes on the actual guitars, I'm doing a low cut usually at around 80 Hertz or so, just to clear out the low end rumble and just to keep that space left for the kick drum and the bass guitar. And for this EP, I'm also doing some dynamic processing with the Waves F6 dynamic EQ. And what that's doing is just lightly compressing the palm mutes, so the low chugs, the low resonating notes in the low end or low mids. It's subtle to the ears, it's only ducking those frequencies about 2 or 3 decibels, but it helps to make the guitar sit better in this dense mix with the vocals and synthesizers and stuff. I never do that on the guitar tones of my YouTube videos, by the way, only for this EP. But again, it's quite subtle to the ear, it just makes the guitars sit a little bit better in the whole picture, basically. Now let's move on to the second song, which is Mutual Disorder, and let's take a very quick listen to some of the riffs.
This was our guiding light. Did we not see we should follow the signs? Now there's no turning back. All eyes on you.
Great. So for this song, I also used my Angle Fireball 100 amplifier, and the guitar that I used for this song is a regular old 6-string, my ESP LTD NW44 guitar. This beauty over here, one of my workhorse guitars, one of my favorite guitars too. You know, it's your Eclipse, but this one has a 25.5-inch scale, which is slightly longer than your average Les Paul or Eclipse. And this guitar is tuned to drop C, which is the tuning that I always have it in. A simple and elegant design. Again, a single pickup guitar. This is a bare knuckle pickup, by the way, a great sounding pickup. This is the Aftermath. It's very clear, punchy and aggressive sounding. I love this thing a lot. So yeah, I love this guitar. This was also used on the next song, by the way. And so yeah, Elixir strings and 11s for the drop C tuning. For this song, I used another York Audio cabinet. I used the MES412 OS cabinet this time, also on Mic Mix 01. It's a bit of a different flavor. It's a bit more open and raw sounding perhaps than the York 212 M65, which has a bit more body in the mids. So the MES412 OS just is great for aggressive metal tones. It's awesome and very hard to beat. And the M65 and MES412 OS just really complement each other well. So that's why I like to use those very often in conjunction. And now song 3, which is called Reach for the Stars. Let's take a quick listen to a segment of that song.
Now that we're broken, scarred, we're bleeding. Is this the grief we're given? We're bleeding. Now that we're broken, scarred.
So this song called for a little bit of a different tone than the other songs. So for this song, I ended up using my Mesa Boogie dual rectifier head, my trusty rectifier. It just does that thing, that rectifier thing, and I love it so, so much. And it was just perfect for this song. Of course, I used channel 3, so the red channel on the modern mode. It sounds huge, it sounds chunky, it sounds a little bit sizzly, fat and scooped. You know, it's just the perfect rectifier sound. So again, for this song, I used this guitar also in drop C, so nothing changed there. And again, I also used the York MES412 OS cabinet for this song. And now the final song, Rats, one of our favorites. Let's take a quick listen to a segment. So this final song is unique in that for this song I used a 9-string guitar. My Schecter Damien Platinum 9 9-string to be precise, this lovely beast over here. And this thing is no slouch. I mean, it has many strings obviously, and it also has a very big scale length, so 30 inches long, which is great for the tension of the low strings, of course. This guitar just sounds great and it's so inspiring to play. It makes me come up with things that I wouldn't come up with a regular 6-string guitar. Especially that low C sharp string just sounds absolutely massive, so thunderous. I just love it. And the EMG 909s sound great too, by the way. Again, elixir strings, so 9s for the bottom 6 strings, a .52 for the low B, a .68 for the low F sharp, and then a .95 bass string for the low C sharp. And this guitar was also played through the Angle Fireball 100 with no pedals up front whatsoever, which is unique for a 9-string guitar, let's be honest. So this guitar just sounds great for a 9-string. It has that ballsy low end, but it also sounds quite clear and, bright enough for such low notes, basically. And it just also works very well together with this amplifier, so it's really some form of gear harmony going on there. And for this song, I ended up using the York 212 M65 cabinet again. It just sounded great with this combination, basically. So that's it, basically. I definitely left some details out here and there, but I didn't want to make this video too long. I hope you guys check out the new GhostHour EP, Mutual Disorder, and I really genuinely hope that you guys will enjoy it. Available on all major platforms such as Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple, Bandcamp, and so much more. And definitely let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this EP and also of the guitar tones. That's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below, as that really helps the channel out. I'd hugely appreciate that. And you can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching and hope to see you soon. Cheers!